Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, man killed after dropping off child at school. The students and the teachers at Rosa Primary School in St. Andrew were sent home early Friday following the shooting death of a parent just outside the school gate. Although happy to head home after the traumatizing incident, some students were disappointed that the Crocs and the Socks Day, a fun activity that ends in them voting for the student wearing the best Crocs and the socks, had to be postponed. The news was told that the parents were asked to pick up their children immediately after the deadly shooting. I got a message in the WhatsApp group that I should come for my child because someone got killed at the school gate, one man told the news. The murder victim, 36-year-old Deshaun Newry, had just arrived at the school when he was pounced upon and shot multiple times. The murder was committed approximately 10 minutes before 9 a.m., according to the police. Very few children witnessed the murder, the news was told, due to the fact that they were already in their classrooms. However, parents and residents from the Russell Road area said they were traumatized, especially because this was the second incident of that kind just outside the school in less than a month. In October, a man who had gone to pick up his child was killed on the school compound by a gunman. Imagine the children are at school and you come and do that. I am traumatized, one woman said. I heard around 8 loud explosions. A man at the same time called the gunmen callous for carrying out the murder near the school. The man them need to stop kill people at the school them. This is madness, the man said. A woman who lives near the school said that the shooting left her traumatized. I was in my house when I heard the shots, and I came out. The way how the shots sounded, I knew that someone definitely got shot. It was a young Rasta youth who come drop off in picnic them. He died with the car keys in his hand, she said. Meanwhile, a man said people should not be dropping off children at a school if they know they are mixed up in certain activities. When you're mixed up, you are not to carry children to school. The man who died last month, people say he was a don. If you are mixed up, you must hold your corner. Many times, if you don't put yourself in the position to get gunshot, you are not going to get it, especially in front of a school gate, he said. Superintendent Damian Manderson, commanding officer for the St. Andrew South Police Division, said detectives have not ascertained a motive for the murder, but shared that they were following a few leads. He said his division is collaborating with the St. Andrew North Police to crack the case. We were called about the situation about 8:50 a.m. When we got there, we saw a male in the vicinity of a white pro box with spent casings on the ground, suggesting that he was shot. The team took him to the hospital where he succumbed. He is from Barbican in the St. Andrew North Police Division. So far, we have not yet fully established a motive for the killing. What we can say thus far, though, is that it has nothing to do with any situation within that space. It would appear that he was trailed to the location, Manderson said. We are looking into his lifestyle, his background, and the circumstances that may have led to his killing. We are following several possible leads, he said, adding that police are trying to determine if a previous murder victim in the Barbican area could possibly be linked to Friday's murder. We are trying our best to reassure the school. My community safety and the security team is also working with them to provide the necessary support to the staff. Since the previous incident, which happened just about a month ago, we have been working with them and we continue to work with them. We continue to give whatever security support we can give, the superintendent told the news. On Friday, opposition spokesman on education, Damian Crawford, urged the government to take immediate and comprehensive action to protect the nation's children and the school staff from violent crimes. We are calling for the introduction of a new law to establish safe spaces around the key institutions such as schools, hospitals, and the transport terminals. These safe spaces would mandate scheduled police patrols, ensuring a consistent and visible law enforcement presence. Furthermore, we propose that any crime committed within a 400-meter radius of these safe spaces be subject to significantly harsher penalties to deter criminal activity near these critical facilities, said Crawford. Schools, he said, must be sanctuaries of learning and growth, not places overshadowed by fear and danger. Relatives want a name of man killed by police cleared. Relatives of 29-year-old Nicholas Campbell, who was among 3 men killed by the police in an alleged shootout on November 6, want his name cleared. "We need to get to Indicom. We need to have little justice. His name needs to be cleared because he was not a hoodlum like what the media said. He was not a wanted man," said his brother Tafari Campbell. He wants the same for another man identified as Jason, who was also killed in the incident. They have distanced themselves from the third man cut down, a reputed gang leader called Clive Greedy Lawson from Mount Salem in St. James. Tafari was speaking with the news on Wednesday evening after a community meeting with the members of Jamaica Constabulary Force. It was organized by the Member of Parliament for Hanover Western, Tamika Davis. The MP has given a commitment to reach out to Indicom for an update. According to relatives who fondly called him Nico, Nicholas Campbell was a tour bus driver and they have no knowledge of him being involved in illegal activity. His mother, who was only identified as Heather, said they have been in touch with Indicom, but the wait for action has been unbearable. "That is what is hurting the people, because we're not hearing anything. Because we know that Nico was innocent. The waiting is hurting. The longer we wait, the more we are hurting, and we need his name to be cleared," she said. According to the grieving mother, a police officer who was not on the scene when the men were killed told her Nico had simply been in the wrong place at the wrong time. He said due to the fact that he was where the person of interest was. That is the reason why they killed him, she said. Efforts to get a comment from the superintendent of police in charge of the parish were unsuccessful up to press time. Heather questioned why her son was not simply detained. "What about innocent until proven guilty? You want to tell me say not one police officer did not have a handcuff to handcuff my son and carry him go lock him up? Lock him up, man," she said angrily. Nicholas's relatives are afraid of the impact the wait for a resolution will have on his remains. "We need his body as soon as possible because we don't want it to spoil," his mother appealed. The police report indicated that the Area 1 Fugitive Apprehension Team was conducting an intelligence-driven special operation along the Mosquito Cove Main Road about 5:35 p.m. last Wednesday when they signaled the driver of a dark-colored Toyota Voxy to stop. The police alleged that 4 men armed with guns exited the vehicle and began shooting at them. The police reported a return fire leading to a running gun battle. At the end of the reported gunfight, 3 of the attackers were found with gunshot wounds, while the 4th managed to escape, the police said. The injured men were taken to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. 2 firearms were reportedly seized during the operation. However, Tafari had a different version of events. He said his brother, who often helped others who reached out to him, went to pick up his motorcycle that was being repaired. While there, Jason asked him to accompany him to Montego Bay. The plan, according to Tafari, was to leave Jason and the other person in the vehicle in St. James and for Nicholas to return the bus to Hanover. He never made it back home. 2 days after the men were killed, the police implemented a curfew in the Johnsontown area of Lucy, where Nicholas is from. On Monday, protesting residents blocked a section of the Lucy West Bridge, setting debris ablaze in a pre-dawn operation. "If we can't get justice and clear the innocent name, me as the youngest brother can't stop the community from rebelling and blocking every single road in Lucy. We can't stop them. It is not only family hurting, even friends are hurt. Even the pet dogs hurt," Tafari said Wednesday evening. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.